Good evening and welcome to AdCast. I'm Carl Vervisch.
And jumping the gun.
Yeah, I was just going to toss in a little extra. I'm a copywriter at Spark, which is a local advertising agency.
There you go.
Now you can go ahead.
It's nice to meet you, Carl. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. It's good having you here as well.
Thank you. I'm Cris Vatalaro, and I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsors because we have wonderful people in our lives. We have TBT, La Casa Dolce, Tampa Digital Studios. We couldn't do it without them.
No.
And the brewery, the Tampa Brewery, for hosting our event this evening.
Live tonight from Tampa Bay Brewing Company in downtown Ybor, or whatever is this a downtown?
Yes.
Anyway, all these things. Right now, we are here with Tom Stanton. Tom is the president of Bricks Tech, Inc., and the chairman of the third annual Florida Heritage Celebration. Welcome to the show, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
So the Florida Heritage Celebration. Give us a brief overview to start out.
All right,
with.
so the 30 seconds on Florida Heritage.
The elevator pitch.
We've got a little more time.
Okay.
Than that.
Ding.
So Heritage Celebration Festival started by Devin Ridley Marks. Couldn't make it tonight. He was supposed to be my cohort and couldn't make it. Started reclaiming our heritage, and Heritage Celebration spawned out of that. The festival is focused around the boomtown years from 1875 to 1925 in the Tampa Bay area. Now, in 1875, we had 700 people. In 1925, we had 100,000 people. So that huge growth is called the boomtown. We call it cracker to flapper.
Okay.
Cracker
that.
being the cowboys with the whips, flapper being the modernization and the swing dancing and the partying and all of that sort of thing. So
quite a transition.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge.
Metropolis.
Yeah, from nothing to really a significant force in the United States, really. So the festival's themed around that era and other history-loving organizations we partner with. We had 67 events. It started in April 5th, went through April 17th. 67 events, just under 10,000 people. We don't have all the numbers tabulated as of yet, but a great event, great festival, Bay Area wide.
So it was successful, and you guys have been running this for how many years
This is
now?
the third year.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Third year it's been running.
And have you seen a lot of growth over that time?
Yeah, every
period?
year is better and better. Absolutely. This
All
is the
right.
first year I'm the chairman, but I've been involved. Bricks Tech's been a major sponsor for 2 years in a row now, and along with a lot of other great sponsors that we have to make this thing happen.
Now, as the chairman, what are some of your duties?
So part of it's being the pretty face.
Good, and you do such a good job.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. And so we go from go to the major events. The first event we kicked off was in Bartow, Florida, at the L.B. Brown Museum, which was very interesting. Gentleman came down whose father was L.B. Brown, who L.B. Brown was born into slavery, and his son is still alive in New York City. He's 80 years old. Came down to his house, which is now a museum, and they did a whole presentation, and he talked, and he's obviously elderly, but a very interesting gentleman. And then we had some cigar gatherings, one in St. Pete, one across the street at King Corona, one at Ceviche's
Wow.
in South Tampa. We partnered with Old Seminole Heights Neighborhood Association for their home tour that they had, which was a great success. And then we partnered with the American Institute of Architects as well, which was a big Renew Tampa, which you may have seen, which was held in the on South on Howard there. And we were awesome because we were very fortunate to partner with Old Seminole Heights Neighborhood Association to finish our festival at the Tampa Theater.
Wow.
And the Old Tampa Seminole Heights Neighborhood Association was able to bring in 1,400 people, sold out the Tampa Theater. I mean, it was an amazing event. Suzanne Pure, very interesting name, she produced it, did a phenomenal job. Eric Krause sponsored that, and he also put together the home tour as well. So we were very fortunate to be involved with a lot of great people, a lot of great organizations.
Sounds like it.
That's cool. Now, how is that? You said there was a partnership with the American Institute of Architects that dealt with the growth, and obviously you guys are coming out of the heritage. Is there some sort of, are you guys informing them in some way about what's gone on in the past?
Yeah, the link there is that there's we unveiled what's called the Preservation 10. The American Institute of Architects chose 10 buildings in the Tampa Bay area that are considered the most endangered and in danger of being torn down.
Okay.
And so Todd McDonald, a phenomenal photographer, took pictures in black and white of these buildings and put them on display.
Wow.
And so that's kind of the link between Reclaiming and the AIA, American Institute of Architects. And we had the unveiling at the Tampa Museum of Art.
Oh, cool.
Which was a great success.
Before they tore it down.
Yes. Well, no, the temporary one on North Howard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the Armory now.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
So we had it there, and then we had it throughout the week, had different pictures of those 10 at each of the events. So
Sounds like a pretty cool project.
Yeah.
And was that pretty successful as well?
Yeah, very successful. I mean, great response. If you could see these pictures, they were phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful.
That's great. So what are, throughout these initiatives, what are some of the overarching, sort of goals of the organization that you guys are trying to accomplish?
So the original main goal of this is there was about 20 years of the Tampa Bay Daily Times newspaper that was lost in a fire.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Devin Ridley Mark's great-great-grandfather founded the Tampa Daily Times. And so overall mission is to hopefully people can look in their scrapbooks and find some of these old articles, old papers that we can help restore the past. Because it really helps to rewrite history, really. Because we lost a lot of that.
Yeah.
And then now our goal is really to bring other history-loving organizations together that focus in that boomtown era. And so that's where the architecture comes in. That's where cattle, citrus, railroads, cigars, all of that very heavily impacted that era.
That's a very cool catalyst to start something like that off with. Sometimes it takes something like that to really remind you what you have and not to take it for granted. Well, it sounds like you guys have a great organization.
Yeah.
Is there any events coming up? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. We have the Derby Doodah.
Heard
which
wonderful
is
things.
May 3rd, highlighting the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
And we actually have a special we're going to run. Tickets right now, they're $50 for dudes, $30 for dolls.
Okay.
You can get them online at derbydoodah.org. That's DERBYDOODAH.org. And for Add 2 listeners, the early bird special of $30 for dolls, $50 for dudes ends tonight. We're going to extend it another day.
Great.
Nice.
If you email join the fun at derbydoodah.org, we'll make sure that you get that pricing.
Excellent.
Otherwise, it goes up $15 for each.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thanks
Tom,
for
coming
being
on
here,
the
Tom.
show.
Thank you.
You heard him. Hurry up and get those tickets for the Derby Doodah because they are going up after tomorrow night. You special AdCast watchers, you.
Thanks again to our sponsors, TBT, La Casa Dolce, and Tampa Digital Studios, and the Tampa Bay Brewing Company for having us.
Thanks for putting us up. Thanks for putting us on.